Hey guys, here we go again with a new format. Since Bigo changed the formats of the events, so they've also changed the formats of the schedule. So, after 3 days working on this, I think we finally got beta version 1.0. So you're going to do your Today tab the same way you normally do. Upload the schedule from Bigo, download it to your back end. I'm probably going to rename this, but for the time being it's going to be Today. I'm probably going to just change it to like schedule load, but I want to have the time to do all the agencies at once so they're all the same. So you're just going to load that like you normally do. Now you're going to notice a new tab here called Schedule Search. This is the new breakdown to pull your PKs. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is you have to manually type in the date here because not all Bigo schedules has the date, and it's kind of screwy the way they did the power rebate and the auto rebates. So you could either leave it blank and not do date at all, or just make sure before you start, pop in the date. This one's for tomorrow, that's why I put in the 12/3 in there. So basically you're just going to go through, like we have 32 events tomorrow. The power rebates, there's going to be 4 of them. So basically what you want to do is any column that actually has data, you can sort it like you would normally do the old back end. The only difference here is I made it easier. Instead of copying all of this, you're just going to copy these little boxes here. And then we crashed. I guess they didn't want us to do that today. Let's get it reloaded here. Alright, so we're going to just copy these 3 little boxes here. This will make it easier if you're on a laptop. If you notice anything fishy or anything, let me know. We're just going to copy that, and then you're going to go to, instead of your old admin tab, there's an admin solo tab, because this is going to be a different format. And then here you want to copy, but you want a special paste value only. If you do a regular paste, you're going to get a bunch of errors, so you already know. Now if you don't put the date in that box, you just won't have the date here. It'll still sort the times the way I have it coded, so you can still sort this at the end, but basically it's got the date, the time, the event, and their ID. So we're just going to go on to the next one, and each one you get to, like this one has 5, we're going to sort this column. So it doesn't matter which column you sort as long as there's data in it. And then we're going to copy these boxes. But this way you'll be able to build your schedule really fast. Value only. And then we're going to go to schedule search again. We got no events in there. 0. There's 2 here. So we're just going to go sort the column and go back to admin solo. See, if you paste it, nothing happens. You have to hit the special paste. Okay, then we got 1 here. If there's only 1, just click the box for the one that's next to it. And the reason why we had to do all this coding stuff is, you noticed Bigo schedule just shows the ID, so we had to tell it to put all this other information. As we'll go again, say there's no date, there's no event, there's no nothing, it's just an ID. So the coding pulls all the information from up top. Now these yellow boxes up top, as Bigo changes the schedule, these got to be manually changed. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet. Hopefully it shouldn't be adjusted maybe 2 or 3 times a month. Because I know when Bigo adds the 60% and the 50%, it's going to screw it up and I'll have to redo a few things. Okay, so we just sort again. We're going to copy, make sure we got the 8 events there. So this will be a lot faster to build the schedule. It's going slow for me because the recording always drags it down. Alright, this one says 2. I see the 2, so we're just going to do that. So you can take shortcuts where you need to take shortcuts. This one's just got 1, so we're just going to do this block. Special pace, value only. And that should be it. And we should have 32 events that fast. So it's way faster than the old way. Now when they do the 50s and the 60s, of course there's going to be opponents on there. So those you have to go back to the regular schedule and paste those into the old schedule, which will still be on the schedule tab. So now we're going to go back to admin solo. We're going to sort it A to Z, and you see now it puts everything in the order that it's supposed to be in. That's the old schedule back end. This is the new schedule back end. And then when you go back to the host view, mine are color coded. Some of the agencies you may want to color code yours because otherwise it's sort of gonna look like this. It may be a little bit harder to pull up the IDs. We're still in beta mode, so any suggestions we'll figure it out. But for mine, I made the font bigger on this page so it sticks out more. They're color coded so they can just look for their colors. Like me, mine's purple. I know I got 1, 2, 3, 4 events. So I got 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then the 12 to 1 friendly. I've added some new features to this to track the rebates easier. And since these are long PK events, a lot of the hosts are saying they're going live, no one's coming in there live, no one's dropping them gifts. Well, what this can do is the host can change their status here. They can just leave it as pending in the morning. If they go live, they can change it to live, so anyone looking at the schedule know, hey, they're live. And then when they complete the event, they just put completed there. So that prevents anybody from jumping into their screen and or jumping into their stream and gifting them for an event they've already completed. So you don't want to over gift somebody since you can't actually tell. And then I got a spot here for your rebate, and then there's also a column if you got the rebate or not. So if it was a auto rebate, or the auto rebate, you could hit yes if you got it. If you didn't get it, you could hit no. If it's a power rebate, just hit power rebate. Those take a week or 2 to get. And then I added a little box here for the other things. Just say you got 40,000 in an 80% or a 90%. Just change whatever percent it was in the box. It's automatically going to calculate your rebate, and it's going to give you your cash value. So in other words, instead of people bugging me all the time, it's like, if I max this out, how much will I get? Well, for instance, a 90K is 411111, which you can find that on the sign up sheet. And then you change that to 90%. So if you max out a 90%, it's $176.19. You get 37,000 maximum rebate on that one. So then you can just, pop your rebate in here. This one here was a friendly, so you can either put in the 200 if you got the minimum, or the 680 if you got the second level, or was 1140 for the third one, which I've heard hasn't been working at all. But that's a lower percentage. So if you don't have organic gifters, I would probably stick with getting the 800 on the friendly. And that's about it for that part. Any questions, let me know, shoot me a message, and remember this is a beta version, so I'm sure I'm going to have some errors popping up in the next few days as the first run. But I'll come up with a new, better video once I get all the bugs worked out.